efforts to cure the problem. Two Golfs were at the top of the leaderboard, but it was exceptionally close, with just 16 seconds separating the top five. Berger's poor stage 4 had dropped him down the leaderboard, while Damso Jr. had fended Fecken off superbly. Superbly, this would be his fourth stage win. Watch his commitment through the left-hander before we go in-car. Berger, meanwhile, was still taking the cautious approach in the belief that it would pay off in the long run, with a full day still to go. Nevertheless, he posted the equal fastest time on stage 5.
Next left and
Habich had slipped to 4 seconds behind Damso for the lead, and he wanted it back.
Cutting to easy left, easy right to 50. Fast left into fast jump uphill. Fast left into fast jump uphill. 100. Fast left plus keep tight. Fast left plus keep tight and easy right into fast right tightens uphill.
After 6 stages, Damso, Habich and Kuhn were level pegging. Stage 7 saw the Runnex take 4 seconds off both Golfs. Habich hit back to take 1 second back on stage 8, while Kuhn lost another second. It was a ding-dong affair, an element we've seen all too rarely in recent rallies. Gemmell was also within spitting distance, just a few seconds behind Kuhn. Although the drivers were claiming to take it easy, the pace at the head of the field was faster than anticipated. If it stayed this way to the end, fans would be in for a real treat. Lawrence was also in with a chance, trailing Damso by just 16 seconds after 8 stages. He'd lost time on stage 4 with a puncture, but he was quick in all the others, reveling in the improved performance from his Runnex. Fecken lost 29 seconds in stages 6 and 7 with a damaged CV joint, handing the advantage to Damso Jr. It was not much of an advantage, though. There was only 16 seconds between them after 8 stages. Damso Jr. had no such problems with his car. The Toyota ran faultlessly throughout. Van der Merwe had clawed his way up into the top 10 after a solid drive, the Subaru running strongly. Ryan was chasing Van der Merwe hard, just 22 seconds behind, this despite incurring a 10-second penalty after taking lateness to repair.
Started the stopwatch, so we're going to see how...
Berger, second on the road, also lost time in the dust, having to almost stop on occasion. He set the 4th fastest time, some 46 seconds slower than Gemmell. He would lose another 24 seconds in stage 10. Habich was brave, losing just 18 and 21 seconds to Gemmell in stages 9 and 10 respectively. The in-car camera aboard Damso's Runnex highlights the problems faced by the drivers. He lost a significant 37 seconds in the final stage of the day. Kuhn was 6 seconds faster than Damso in stage 9, but lost 34 seconds to teammate Habich and 52 seconds to Gemmell. Lawrence was 3rd fastest through the stage, some 19 seconds quicker than the similar Runnex of Damso. He would lose 22 seconds in the next stage, though.
And medium right into fast right. Medium right.
Listen for the wrong instruction from navigator Levkovitz.
Do not miss, turn tight. Sorry.
Despite this mistake, Fecken still took 34 seconds off Damso Jr.
Fast right over mud. Into medium left. Opens. And easy left over jump.
Like his father, young Damso was not at all happy in the dust, losing another 16 seconds to Fecken in stage 10.
Go JP, go JP.
Van der Merwe and Ryan were still fighting a tough battle with each other, the two white Subarus setting identical times in this test. Stage 10 would go to Ryan, and with it, 9th place. A sterling performance from Habich left him well in contention to challenge for the win on the final day. A misfire and window that stuck open in the final stage of the day saw Kuhn drop around 2 minutes to the leaders, while Damso and Fecken were level pegging for Class A7 honours. All day saw bleary-eyed crews emerge from the Badplaats Hotel for almost 160 kilometres of special stage action. It provided them with an opportunity to compare notes before embarking on the day's adventures.
At this point in time, we've lost a few and it's become a procession, but I think everybody's got everything to drive for today. And sting in the tail this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a long rally, and traditionally we've had that sting in the tail. As you say, last year Gemma was leading overnight and never got to the first stage. But Serge will be interesting to watch. He loves coming from behind, and he's got a lot of work to do, but how do you rate his chances?
Well, I still think he's probably the strongest combination car driver in the event. The car's been very good all year. And the last 3 stages, considering 100 kilometers, which is nearly a third of the rally, that's going to be the sting in the tail, and whoever comes through it at best is probably going to end up winning the rally. But Kemal has been a good leader before. You know, he's not an easy guy to catch, and if his car holds up till the end, then who knows, maybe he's going to pull off his third win.
Once again, we hear a lot of complaint about the dust, but that's part of rallying at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yes, I think one of the problems we have is that we're driving on the European format, the scoring of it. And they don't have dust there, so I think it's time that we adjusted and had rallies for Africa only and not follow the Europeans blindly all the time. And in the old days we used to rally all through the night or a couple of nights, so I'm all for night rallying anyway.
This rally's been pretty well organised. We've seen fantastic road books, infrastructure. It really looks like they're getting it right.
Well, it is the Rally of South Africa, and it is the only African championship, so the standard is obviously very, very high, and like you said, it's been very well organised. There's some complaints about the roads being a bit rough, but that's also part of rallying.
Fecken came out of the blocks firing. He took 11 seconds out of Damso Jr. in the first stage of the day. Up ahead, Berger set the fastest stage time ahead of Gemmel, followed by Kuhn and Damso, who tied with Lawrence and Habich. Just 10 seconds covered the top 6 on this stage. Ryan was very pleased to lie in 9th overnight, but was not prepared to attempt to drive at the pace of the front-running Subarus. He opted to stay on the road to the finish. Van der Merwe took 8 seconds back from Ryan on this stage, but his gearbox would fail on the next, pushing him out. Ex-off-road racing star Jacques Hubert and Willy van Straten had taken the Class A6 battle to champion Trott from the very first stage. They were driving their Jojo Tanks Corolla hard and held the overnight advantage over their rival. Trott fought back early on day 3 to take 13 seconds back, but he still trailed by 45 seconds. On the road, signalled that leader Gemmel had struck trouble. He had in fact destroyed his car in a high-speed roll at the beginning of this stage. It marked the second year in succession that he would retire from the lead early on in the final day. New leader Habich's car had also started to develop a misfire, as can be heard, losing him 16 seconds to Damso on the stage. Damso was not hanging about. He'd seen the destroyed Subaru and knew that he now had a realistic shot at victory. The charge was on. Berger was also aware that the production car and African Championship classes were his for the taking. All he had to do was keep the car on the road to the end. He set the third fastest stage time behind Habich. Lawrence was just 20 seconds behind Berger overnight and was driving hard in an effort to take the final podium place. Meanwhile, Kuhn's misfire woes of the day before returned to haunt him. It appeared as if he would struggle to finish this stage, let alone the rally. Feckin had little time to look at the crashed Subaru of Gemmell on the left as he flashed past in top gear.
300, turn medium left.
The Polo driver was in fine form, taking another 6 seconds of Damso Jr. on the stage.
50, slow right over jump. 100 max ground. Then 200. 200 max.
Damso ran wide in stage 11 and almost got stuck, which cost him time. He treated this stage and, in particular, the big jumps with a little more caution. Karth was wonderfully committed and aggressive, but it almost cost him dearly here. Thanks to Visagi's misfortune of the day before, Vulcan held a comfortable class lead. He had more than enough time in hand to stop and replace a punctured tyre as the Velox sped past.
Forcing Sean and Robin.
Until things started going wrong, that is. With the wheel off the car, it slipped backwards and broke the jack. A routine stop ended up taking 16 minutes, turning an 11-minute lead over Visagi into a 5-minute deficit. It was a cruel blow. The Central Service Park looked superbly professional, but the Volkswagen crew did not notice. They were only concerned with tracing the misfire in Keen's car. For the rally, the pressure had lifted off Ryan. He had also made up another place to 8th, following Gemmell's demise.